Hello everyone, it's SmartWarrior5 again here today, bringing you guys another Call of Duty commentary. In today's video we are going to be talking about this whole idea that a lot of people have in their minds, and just a lot of people are talking about, or have been talking about for a while. It's this whole idea of the Call of Duty killer. You know, what game is going to be the next Call of Duty killer? You know, what's gonna, overthrow the Call of Duty series and, be the next greatest first-person shooter game? What's gonna be the Call of Duty killer? I've been seeing a lot of commentaries from people about this, and just, saying that all this, I forgot, only Blake came out with a commentary about the next Call of Duty killer or something like that, and I didn't watch it at all. I just saw the title of it, and people were like, oh, some $15 game can never beat Call of Duty, and yada yada yada, and, stuff like this. And a lot of people have been talking about before, years past, like, oh, this is going to be the next game that kills Call of Duty, and just, this is going to be my thoughts and opinions about this whole idea about the Call of Duty killer sort of theory that people have gotten going on here. I don't even know if you can call it a theory or, what you can call it, but basically, what I have to say here today is that there is no Call of Duty killer. And now, by principle, what I mean here is that, there's no general, just overall going to be a Call of Duty killer. Because the reason being is that, for one, any game could be a Call of Duty killer. I mean, for some people, like Ninja Fish, Battlefield could be a Call of Duty killer. For some people, like TheQuillzone, Gotham City Impostors could be a Call of Duty killer. He posts a lot of that gameplay, but I'm not sure how much he enjoys it. But, anyways, Medal of Honor could be a Call of Duty killer to OlBeanHimself, which I'm pretty sure it is to him. Everyone has their own different Call of Duty killers. I mean, it's just, everyone enjoys different games, and it's just, some may agree with games being better than Call of Duty, others might not agree with games being that what I'm trying to say here. Some people might not agree with games being better than Call of Duty. I mean, it's just be like, oh, Medal of Honor's not better than Call of Duty, or, oh, Gotham City Impostors is not better than Call of Duty, and all this other stuff. And generally, just, there will be no killer of Call of Duty just because the fan base is so large. And it's just, they're not going to stop mass-producing this game anytime soon. I mean, I've said this a numerous amount of times before, just, Call of Duty is going to probably stop after Black Ops 2 or Modern Warfare 4 or whenever. They're probably never going to stop making Call of Duty. This is probably going to be like a Final Fantasy series where there's like 14 installments, and by that time, everyone's just, the fan base will be just gone, and it's just, yeah, and then it'll stop. But there's going to be no specific video game to actually overthrow the Call of Duty series. Now, I've been, what am I trying to say here? Trying to hint at sort of, Medal of Honor Warfighter potentially being a better first-person shooter game than Call of Duty or Battlefield or some other games, But generally speaking, I just had like an epiphany the other day of just, what? There really is no killer of a certain game. There's always going to be a fan base of a certain game. That it gets to the point of where, even if there's no one playing, there's still going to be people who enjoy the multiplayer, such as, Homefront. Homefront's a game where I have tried to go on the multiplayer on that a couple months ago, and there was literally no one playing that game. But I've seen comment sections all the time with saying, oh, it's such a shame that no one plays Homefront. It was such a good game, it had so much potential, and all this, and there's people outside, so I'm going to wait for them to move by. Hang on a second here, guys. But, like I was saying, it's just, a lot of people were like, oh, Homefront was such a great multiplayer, it had so much potential and all this. But it's just like, with that in mind, there's still a fan base for Homefront, even though there's no one playing it. It's just people are like, well, no one else is playing this, so why should I be wasting my time trying to get in a match? So that's probably the reason why Homefront's multiplayer is basically just like a ghost town, like no one's absolutely playing that game. Same thing with Brink. Brink is a game that no one's basically playing. There may be like a handful of people that are still playing that game online, but other than that, there's really no one, and it's just, I find that game to be very enjoyable. So that could be my Call of Duty killer. This whole notion of a Call of Duty killer really sort of just changes from person to person. It all just matters about what kind of game do you like. There's no definitive, oh, this game is the Call of Duty killer. it's up to your personal discretion about which game will be a Call of Duty killer, you know, anything like this. And so, what do you guys think about this whole notion, and what do you have to say about my opinions on this? And just get blown away by bullets right there, gosh. But yeah, I've been hearing about this in commentaries a long time, and in comment sections, just people talking about, oh, this game's going to kill Call of Duty, it's going to kill Call of Duty. But you know what? No game is going to kill another. Just because of the simple fact that the game is pretty much always going to have some sort of a fan base. You know, there's always going to be that sort of dim light in the darkness. You know, no matter how much, there's a saying at our school, I don't remember exactly how it goes, but it's just like, no matter how small the light and how much the darkness, there will always be a light, or something like that. You know, it's this really religious, cheesy expression, but anyways, it's like there will be no killer of any sort of game. Like, let's say, you know, people are proposing, what's the next Battlefield killer? Whoa, is it Medal of Honor? Well, maybe, maybe not, you know? I mean, some people might think Medal of Honor is better than Battlefield, others might think that Battlefield's better than Medal of Honor. So, there's really going to be no definitive, hey, this one single game beats out Call of Duty every time, because people might have different opinions on it. So, what do you guys think about this? Thank you guys for watching. We have about another 10 seconds or so of this video. I hope you all enjoyed. For more videos, check out the channel, and if you really enjoyed it, let's see if we can get a good discussion going in the comment section. But other than that, guys, I will leave you with the rest of the gameplay here. Peace out, and have a great day.